Hey Sonia, you'll never believe where I'm having my wedding. Unlike all those other boring-ass weddings that others have, mine will be held at a really nice wedding venue in Tonga. It's time for you to be more aware of our differences. I'm not going to let you boss me around anymore when I'm allowed to do whatever I like. Oh, hello Rebecca. My, lovely, almost sister-in-law. Is that so? You're going to have your wedding overseas? Well, that's good to hear that you're doing all that. But I don't think I was intending to boss you around, and I don't think I've ever really done that to you before since you speak so openly about what you want, so I don't know what to say to that. No matter how many times I try and voice my suggestions to anyone, especially you, Rebecca, no one listens anyway. I don't mind so much anymore, but it's a little bit frustrating. Wow, okay, I never thought that you'd be so smug about a wedding ceremony. I feel so good about this wedding venue because I was about to get a more luxurious place than you. And unlike others just choosing to not eat better before the wedding day, I'm on a strict and regimented diet until the big day. I'm trying so hard to look good for this wedding, actually. Okay, but even though you said that, what do you mean you're on a strict diet for the wedding? I don't think it's anything unusual. I hear a lot of women try and do it, but some choose not to as well. Oh, yes. Well, I guess you must know everything, since you always rub it in that you got married before I did, huh? I bet you're feeling extremely smug right now, huh? It's not something to be proud of, Sonia. The one guy that you were able to snatch up was my little brother. You're nothing special, and it's not really something to be proud of. Oh, I didn't know you felt so strongly about my relationship with your little brother, Rebecca. I think he's one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my life. I've never met anybody like him before, plus we knew that we loved each other very much, so it was only natural for us to decide on getting married. I thought of all people that you'd be the most understanding. If it were me in your shoes, I'd never marry my younger brother. Do you understand how naive and immature he is, Sonia? He's supposed to be the man of the house. He just lies down and says yes to anything. How can he turn around and say he likes cooking and cleaning the house, huh? Seriously, what kind of drama show is this? I don't think it's very acceptable to say a statement like that in this day and age. Considering anyone of any gender can stay home or go to work, don't you think it's best to hold back a little of what you think? Are you kidding me right now? Don't you dare tell me what to do! Shut up, you stupid, pathetic woman! If I'm saying that to you, then I'm allowed and that's final. Things should be just the way they are, not what you and my little brother are doing. That's exactly what's so annoying about you. You think you're so special. No, and I don't think that about myself at all, Rebecca. Even though you're my sister-in-law, you can't just turn around and dictate how my relationship and life should be with my husband. No matter what gender someone is, they should be accepted to enjoy the hobbies and other things they like to do. If they find a job that suits them, that's fine too. That's what I think anyways. So whatever you're up to, Rebecca, please just only think about it in your mind because I don't need any problems at the moment in my life. I want us to get along, Rebecca. I'm not surprised that you'd say some crap like that to me. You and my little brother are very similar in that way. You're both so gross. Do you think justice will prevail if you speak up, Sonia? Okay, that's enough now. I really don't have the time or energy to have this type of conversation right now. I understand why you're boasting and being like this. Because your wedding is just around the corner and you want to show off. I get it. But you need to forget about me and enjoy the time getting married. That's way more important than a petty fight. You only get married once, so please enjoy it to the fullest and leave behind all the drama. At least until the ceremony and the reception, it would make things a lot better if you did that. I'm allowed to do whatever I want before my wedding. I don't need to be told what to do by the likes of you. Unlike you, I will marry a man who makes an excellent salary every year. I'll be able to immediately quit my job at the company I'm working for, have a child, and be able to have a rich and happy life. Life for me will be 10 times better than what your life is like. Okay, well that's great to hear that you've got all of those things to look forward to, Rebecca. Just keep on remembering that and stop giving me and my husband such a hard time. I wish you happiness for this wedding. Please tell me that I didn't just see your face looking around being nosy, did I? It's just my mind playing tricks on me, right? I swear, I didn't invite you to this ceremony. Huh? What on earth are you talking about, Rebecca? You didn't invite me? What's that supposed to mean? Just now I couldn't find my name on the shuttle bus from the airport. We're all just talking about what has happened. I'm very confused as to what's going on here, Rebecca. Why is my name not on the list of people? Because your name wasn't put on there in the first place. That's why you're not able to read it on the shuttle bus. Like I said, I didn't invite you. The only people that got invited to my Tongan wedding were my family, and all you're being right now is a nuisance. You'll be left behind at the airport and won't be allowed to attend the ceremony. Excuse me? What did you just say to me? Are you seriously calling me a nuisance? And of course I'm a part of this family, so I should be invited. I don't get it. First of all, I've got problems with the seating as my name's not on anything, and I'm very worried because I should be able to attend the ceremony. But of course you've got no seat since I didn't put your name down for one. What were you even thinking of coming all the way to Tonga when you weren't invited? I'm telling you right now, you're not welcome at my wedding ceremony today, and you'll face my wrath if you show up to this venue. You need to go on home now, you piece of scum. Okay, I see what you're doing here. You made me come all the way down here just to say I'm not invited and do whatever you like. Am I right? If you're going to go this far and making me feel like crap, then fine. I understand you completely, Rebecca. I guess I'll just get on a plane back to the United States then. Oh my God, thank you. It finally sunk in what I was trying to do to you. But you did a lot of work to get here, so I applaud you for that. I'll be able to take the next flight back as soon as it's available. Even if you start to regret your actions later and try to contact me, it'll all be too late for you, Rebecca. Excuse me? Are you kidding me right now? Why do you think I'm going to regret the decision of not inviting you to this wedding, huh? I'm busy over here, you know. I don't have time to listen to stupid stories about people who came to Tonga without getting my permission to come to this wedding. Now hurry up and go home. All right, well, you're the one telling me to do this. It's on you if this all backfires, Rebecca. Just don't come running to me when things start to fall apart for you. Hey, Sonia, why aren't you replying to me? Stop being so rude. Pick up your phone right now. Where the heck did you go all of a sudden? You need to get back here immediately. But didn't you tell me to head back to the United States, Rebecca? Please stop trying to mess with my head, okay? I am busy returning home. I'm just doing what you told me to do. If you don't stop this madness right now, you're going to end up looking like a really bad person, and you'll end up in a lot of trouble, Rebecca. You really need to think about what you say before you say it. Please consider people's circumstances before acting so irrationally like this. Stop this right now. What on earth are you talking about, Sonia? Are you seriously trying to go back to the United States? Look, if you've not left Tonga yet, then come back here now. Well, there's no way that I'm going back, okay? I've already checked my luggage. I got the tickets in a hurry as well since it's getting busier here. Rebecca, I'm not going to be influenced by your selfish and disgusting actions anymore. I'm done putting up with you flip-flopping like this. Hey, I'm not doing anything like that at all. Look, you need to get back here. You're the one who's familiar with the area. You arranged everything for the venue and the hotel, right? How on earth did I not know that you did all of this? Why didn't you say a word about this to me, Sonia? What is going on here? This isn't making any sense to me. Yeah, I planned basically everything. That's why I really wanted you to thank me when you messaged me a few days ago. To be honest, I kept quiet for your sake. But why on earth would you do something like that for? Why wasn't I kept in the loop? Why is this happening, Sonia? Explain this all to me right now. I don't get it. Why are you so involved with planning my wedding, Sonia? As soon as I found out about it, you just vanished. Why is it that my ceremony is getting canceled? So I'm sure you know already, I'm working as a manager. A fellow manager I know started a business specializing in weddings in Tonga. These are some of the managers who have been good friends of mine for a very long time. I specifically asked that person to hold your ceremony here in Tonga. The wedding venue was originally fully booked out and could only be reserved 3 years in advance. I somehow managed to force myself to hold it back. So you can be very proud of yourself that this has all happened. I'm not surprised that things would turn out like this, Rebecca. Huh? You're some kind of manager? Weren't you just some worker bee like most of the people are these days? I thought you had to get a job because of my brother. I heard that his income was so low that you both had no choice but to work in some meaningless jobs just to make ends meet. Isn't that the truth? Well, you obviously don't listen to me, do you, Rebecca? You were the only one who thought that. I don't even remember introducing myself that way. I take pride in my work, actually. I'm the type of person who wants to concentrate on work and takes care of the house as well. Your little brother supported me in my ventures, so that's why he's doing what he's doing. It's partly why I'm married to him, Rebecca. He's so helpful and supportive, so of course this is the situation that we've got at the moment. Huh. Is that so? Really? You're not just playing some kind of evil trick on me, are you? So, this ceremony that's being canceled, have you got something to do with that? Well, you did turn around and basically call me scum and an evil demon, no? I honestly think after the way you've treated me, Rebecca, you had something like this coming. But I don't understand. The people at the ceremony are really mad at me right now. Do you have any respect for me, Sonia? I was told that I was the one who sent you home when you chose to. Well, you can imagine how this all looks for everyone else, Rebecca, since I'm not there in front of them. It's very clear that this wedding venue is run by a businessman. They're very famous for not putting up with any crap from the people who hire out the venue. They kick out any customers whose behavior they don't like, Rebecca. Look, that's why they do everything in their power to make the wedding of such a lovely couple the best day ever. But they also need to make sure the guests are taken care of. That's why it's such a popular place to come and get married. The people who get married here, one of two things happen to them from the ceremony being performed here. The couple are either all lovey-dovey and stay together forever, or their marriage gets jinxed. I've heard many of those rumors going around. I actually know that, all right? That's why I was so happy that this venue got booked for my wedding so that I can be married for the rest of my days. But now it's all going to be ruined because of you, okay? So you need to get out of the airport and come back here quickly. I've got no choice but to drag you back here. Wow, that is not the attitude I was expecting of you, Rebecca. But you can't change what you said and did to me. I went out of my way to listen to you and what you wanted. I told you that I understood and that I'd get out of your way so you could get married. Do you think that I want to celebrate you even though you didn't want me attending? Are you stupid or something, Sonia? Don't you realize that you're going to be my sister-in-law? Haven't you been listening to anything I've been saying? It's only natural that you come back here because you're my relative, right? All the family is supposed to be here and you're abandoning my wedding to get on a plane? Because you told me to leave and go back home. I'm just following your orders and now you're telling me to do the opposite. Don't you remember what you said about me when you chased me away? The wedding will be held with only relatives, and you didn't class me as a relative, which is kind of messed up when I'm married to your little brother. You said that I'm better off going home. That's what you said, remember? But now you suddenly start treating me like a member of your family? What's with that? Well, that's something that I just said in the heat of the moment. I was obviously looking down on you a little bit because you're so bossy and everything. If I knew that you were involved in this wedding, then none of this would have happened. Hey, actually, just wait a minute. Why did you keep so quiet about something so important like this? Didn't I tell you before? It's because I was thinking about what would be best for you. Your pride is just too much, and I thought you'd definitely hate me even more for planning something for you. I thought that you'd be mad about me arranging the wedding for you. I thought maybe she'll start complaining again. I just wanted to do something nice. I was so proud of my own wedding, and I wanted to do something for you. I was even preparing things for it, and you were acting all smug about it, right? That's not entirely true. I was just trying to talk about the details. You might think I was, but I really wasn't at all. If I just knew the truth, there would be no problems right now. But to be honest, Rebecca, there will always be weddings of a higher standard than my own wedding. I just wanted to surprise you with all of this. I don't think it's possible for ordinary people, or rather, I think it's very difficult for them to have a nice, wonderful wedding like this unless they've got some connections. That's why I kept it such a secret, because I wanted to give you such a good feeling on your special day. And I also didn't want to boast about my connections to make this happen. From now on, you're not to complain about anything I do anymore, all right? I have hope that you won't do something like this to me ever again. So let's prepare more for this wedding ceremony so that we can continue having this conversation like adults. Don't you agree, Rebecca? Is that something you really did for me? So are you going to come over to the wedding that you were secretly preparing for me until now? You were so excited, right? Well, yes, I was actually. As expected, you're able to have your wedding at a better place than I did, but you decided to say just horrible and sarcastic comments towards me. But that was also expected, since we obviously don't get along very well. But now you'll be happy with your husband, and you can forget what I tried to do. It would have all been great if you actually stopped messing with me, Rebecca, but you didn't think I was a member of your family, and so you decided to send me back from Tonga. I really didn't think that you'd be that much of a scumbag to me, Rebecca. I guess I was very wrong about you. You're completely different than my husband. Hey, how dare you say things like that to me? It was just all a big joke. You don't actually think I was trying to send you home, do you? That's insane if you did. I was disgusted that something like this happened because I was looking so pretty and I was doing a strict diet so that I could fit into my dress. I was angry at you because you said that you thought in a different way than me when we're women, and you didn't seem to understand what I was doing. I thought it would be better off if you weren't here to make me any more angry, and that's why I chased you off, but I didn't know you'd try and go home. Oh, really? Is that so, Rebecca? Well, I admit you're trying to be very honest with me right now, and I thank you for explaining how you feel. But this has got nothing to do with whether you're beautiful or not. I wasn't fully involved with this, so it wasn't exactly any of my business how you were preparing yourself for this. I don't think I have a bad personality at all, and the things you said to me were unacceptable, and it was downright horrible. I failed my dieting regime. It wouldn't be horrible of me to just laugh out loud about it, but now that I think about it, I can't hold it in over how angry you got over something so pointless. Okay, all right, I get it, Sonia. Would you please just stop going on about it and do something? Can we just move on from this so that you can get back here immediately? I was told that the wedding venue and the accommodation have both been canceled. Everyone here is in a huge panic. Please help me out here. The groom's relatives are also really upset about what's going on. They think that it's my fault that the wedding and this marriage have been canceled. Huh, is that so? Well, you know what, Rebecca? It's not a story that I'm really interested in hearing right now. I've already started my journey back to the United States. I've gone through security and I'm about to go and find my gate and wait there until we all board. It's impossible for me to turn around and come back at this point, Rebecca. And on top of that, the ceremonial hall manager himself found out about these series of events. I don't think he's going to change his mind now. It seems like you're not going to get your happily ever after, at least not in Tonga. I don't think I want to do anything nice for you ever again, Rebecca. You just ruin it. But you know that this has all been just a huge misunderstanding. I can't just accept this, Sonia. This really can't be happening to me right now. You know, it's such a shame it ended up like this, Rebecca, but to be honest, it's all because of your horrible attitude towards people. I'm a good person who was trying to do a good thing. Without you knowing anything about my plan, I was able to find you a wonderful venue for you and your fiancé to get married at. I was a little envious. Your wedding was going to be so much better than mine ever was. I took the time and effort to reserve this place for you, and you more or less threw it back in my face. I didn't realize that someone could live such a smug life, even though I was the reason why you were able to get a place like this at all. Someone else was definitely more worthy of it today than you. Oh, come on, Sonia. There's no need to be like that with me. Please, just make things go back to the way they were, okay? It's not too late to start from now. I was actually really looking forward to the ceremony and being able to walk down the aisle. Please, just stop being unreasonable and come back here. There is absolutely no reason for me to listen to any more of your requests, as you're a complete stranger to me now. Whatever needs to happen now, you're doing it on your own. I'm sure that there's some way that you can figure this out. You're smart, right, Rebecca? Please be proud of yourself for at least getting this far. Please, Sonia, don't leave me here to sort this out on my own. I need you back here to help me. You've got all the details, and since you're a manager, you know how to speak to the event planner person. Don't leave Tonga. I need this wedding to happen so that I can be happy, okay? If you leave and don't come back here, you're going to pay for ruining my special day, and I mean that. Don't you dare threaten me. I want nothing to do with what's crumbling around you anymore, Rebecca. You did this to yourself. If you had been a bit nicer to everyone, none of this would have happened. They're calling me to board, so I need to turn off my phone. Good luck with all your problems. You can deal with them on your own. Why don't you act like an adult for once in your life, for goodness sake?
Hey, Sonia, I'm deeply sorry for what happened yesterday. It should never have turned out like this. My sister. I can't believe her. She was brought up better than this. She's been so horrible to you. I never thought she'd do something so outrageous like that, especially since you came all the way over to Tonga. She wasted your money, your time, and effort, too.
Yeah, that's basically what she did. It's okay, Carlos. I heard everything from the people at the ceremony. I heard that you yelled at her about the wedding ceremony. I can't believe how angry you got about it when usually you remain so calm about these sorts of situations. I was actually happy to hear you be like that, Carlos.
Oh, really? Well, yes, it is very unlike me to burst into anger like that. You should have been in similar seats as me, and I knew something was wrong when your name wasn't on the list for the shuttle bus. I never expected you to even come to the ceremony since my sister planned to not have you be there. It's so messed up. There's a limit to how much a person can take from someone, so...
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. To be honest, I'm glad I didn't give in to her and show up. The bus list was how I found out I wasn't even invited in the first place. On the contrary, my mood changed about this very quickly. I realized that I would be more productive if I went home and worked. I don't think there's been any damage done, to be honest.
Oh, really? Is that so? Well, I'm not sure about that, Sonia. She seemed really annoyed when you said no, you weren't coming back.
Well, after all that drama, it seems that the ceremony wasn't held in the end. I mean, I told her that the manager wasn't impressed with her attitude, so what happened afterward?
Everyone knew her attitude towards you was really bad, and things kind of spiraled out of control. Even the groom's relatives were disappointed in the situation unfolding. Her fiancé was yelling at her and told her that the marriage was on hold for now while he thinks what the next step is. I think he'll decide what to do from now on very carefully.
Yeah, I can imagine so if he doesn't want to be with a woman who has a poor attitude towards her own family members. It's not right at all.
It would be better if my sister suffered a little bit more for what she's done to ruin yesterday. She should really think before she speaks her mind.
Yeah, I've got nothing more to say about her or the matter. I no longer want to be in contact with Rebecca anymore, Carlos. She's made my life miserable for way too long, and I just think she's a horrible person to be around.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to go down with her. She knows where our house is. I heard from my parents that she's trying to apologize to you for what she did. And it sounds like they might have believed that, and they told her where we live and to try to talk to her at our house. I can't believe they did that when we obviously don't want to talk to her.
Wow, your sister actually wants to apologize? Does such a thing exist when it comes to her? I've never heard her say sorry once since I've known her.
Right. It seems like there's something going on behind the persona she's portraying right now. She might be thinking of harassing you some more. Anyway, that might be something that she could be planning. I've got no idea. Just please be careful when it comes to Rebecca. I want you to be safe.
I understand. Don't worry. I'll make sure that she doesn't do anything to me or us anymore, Carlos. Thank you for getting in touch with me, my dear. I'll talk to you later. After talking to her husband, Carlos, she made herself busy by going to work. The house was empty, and footage was captured of Rebecca going to their house. She ended up searching for bags, jewelry, and anything else that she could get her hands on. She got revenge by committing arson for Sonia not returning to the wedding venue in Tonga. It was found that she was definitely the culprit of this crime. Sonia was able to collect all the evidence that she needed to pin the blame on Rebecca. There's footage of her wandering around the house, breaking into things, and setting a room on fire. Sonia was able to file a report of crime and damage to her property. She then reported it all to the police. Rebecca never thought that her wrongdoing would be discovered by Sonia. She should have been more careful, as many people these days have cameras in their house in case of theft or fires. Rebecca tried to apologize to Carlos and Sonia while she was busy sobbing. Not only was Sonia shocked at what she did to them, but Carlos and the rest of his relatives were stunned by her actions. They all thought she had gone crazy. There wasn't a single person taking Rebecca's side. She was then taken away by the police. With this happening, it seems like her marriage to her fiancé was off the table for good. She ended up tying herself in so many knots because of how she acted towards Sonia and the rest of her family. It's nobody but Rebecca's fault after all. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, I just walked by you then, didn't I? Someone wearing overalls and walking all sluggishly down the road. Was you, right, April? So, that person who was laughing a lot after she passed by was you, Maxine? I just finished up with my work a little bit ago, and I'm heading back home right now from there. Is that so? Which means from here you're going to stop at the gas station down the road to pick up some dinner for tonight? I could see you start walking towards it as I walked away from you.
That's right. I'm really tired today, as you could tell by me walking so sluggish, and I don't really have it in me now to cook dinner. I might just grab a sandwich or something and call it a night there.
Then that means you were still living without a husband around? If a lowlife like yourself doesn't get to work soon looking for a hardworking man, then there's really going to be no hope for you at all. But of course, there aren't really any men around that would want to marry you anyway, right?
I'm sure that might be the case. Anyway, I'm really tired after a day out like today, so...
Huh? What's with that really cheeky behavior of yours right there? Listen, you, I'm the one that's giving you the opportunity to talk with me again, so you should be thankful for this at the very least.
Thankful? But most of the time whenever I talk with you, you're just saying mean things about me, right? So what's there to really be thankful for now?
I'm mean to you because even though you're Kevin's little sister, you are so hopeless as a woman. Because you keep choosing to live like that, you're causing your brother a lot of embarrassment, right? Kevin happens to be an elite CEO, and his honor is very, very important to him. So me always making fun of you and being mean is warranted. And I think your brother would be happy to learn about what I'm doing to you as well.
I have been trying very hard to maintain a good relationship with Kevin.
That is not at all what I'm talking about here. You really have no clue what's going on then, do you? The only reason he even allows you anywhere near him still is because he's a very kind man. But did you know that he tries to hide the fact that you're still his little sister from everyone else?
What?
Yes, he never talks about you with any of his friends or colleagues. And whenever I look through his phone, he makes sure not to have any pictures of you at all in it.
No way.
You thought he wouldn't be hiding the truth about you from others? A little sister like you, who works in a dirty old factory, having to walk home every evening in the same old nasty overalls, eating gas station food. You think he'd really want to talk about how you exist with the rest of his elite colleagues?
I never knew that about him. I see now.
But you're a very twisted and mean little sister to him.
What? I'm not trying to be mean towards anyone, though. I'm just trying to enjoy the life that I have without causing any trouble.
Well, I beg to differ regarding that one. Your true evil nature is showing through by the way you're behaving towards me. And that's the reason why I think, deep down, your brother really hates having you as a sister.
No way he does.
And to make things worse, you have no brain inside that head of yours as a high school graduate. Which is crazy because when you compare yourself to me, the top of her class at a music school where she learned piano, and is currently playing one for work, you're absolutely nothing. I would really love to teach you how you could use your head to make some money like I am, but you don't happen to have a brain in that thick skull of yours.
I like to think that I'm using my head, though, to make money.
I'm not sure what all you're having to do inside that factory, but whatever it is, anyone could do it easily.
I really don't think that's the case at all, actually. Everyone I work with has put in a lot of time perfecting their trade.
Well, it's not like I really care about those filthy places at all anyway. Now please, hurry your little self home and eat that gas station garbage up before putting yourself to bed. I really hope that someday you can find a way out of that disgusting lifestyle you're holding on to there. Hey, who was that hopeless man I just saw you with here?
Him? He's the factory.
Factory? Did you bring some human that works at the same filthy factory as you to this wedding? There's no way you would do that to your brother and I on the day of our wedding, right?
Yes, I did, but didn't you already hear about him from Kevin before today?
Kevin would never ever invite such a disgusting man as that to be at his wedding today. What the heck do you think you're doing? Bringing along another lowlife to come and see our wedding today?
Wait, but Kevin said
this, Kevin said that. Do you think that by just bringing up your older brother's name, everything will be fine for you? There's no way Kevin would ever want another factory worker at his wedding. I know more than anyone else here, including you. Could you be gathering up a ton of lowlifes right now in an attempt to ruin and or take over my wedding today?
Why would I ever do something so meaningless on the day of my brother's wedding?
I want you to send that man home right now. Understood?
I'm sorry, but I can't do something like that to him on a day like today. He came all the way out here to be with us all today, and he happened to be Kevin's.
I I don't care about who he is anymore. So hurry up and get rid of him right now. I already hate the idea of having you here at my wedding, so I will not allow another of your kind to be with you.
Hey, Kevin. Maxine just started texting me saying that she wants me to kick Dexter out of your wedding right now. I can't do something like that to him, especially after all he's done for you today. What do you think I should be trying to do right now? Do you think I should go and have a word with Maxine in person about this? Or could you maybe go and talk with her really quick?
What? Why would she want that? Did something happen between Dexter and her?
Nothing's happened between the two of them, but she told me not to bring any more factory worker lowlives into her wedding.
What the heck? That's just the same old joke that Maxine is always saying.
She jokes about that a lot?
She does. She will sometimes go on about things like that as a joke with me. Although it's not a very good joke if you ask me, but I just fake a laugh in order to get her to shut up about it. I think she's just saying things like that because she has Tourette's or something, so don't mind her.
You think so?
That's right. She would never have any right to be saying things like that about people on purpose. That's why it has to be something like Tourette's, unless she's just saying it to those that have better jobs than factory workers. Because Lord knows what would happen if she said that to someone with serious intention. But it's just a joke, so don't worry yourself about it. She's always going on about that stuff.
Tourette's? Saying jokes like that? I don't really get what you're saying, but maybe that's really what's going on with her.
I have a bit of a problem, though. I completely forgot to introduce Maxine to Dexter before the wedding today. I'll have to introduce her to him sometime later when I have a bit more time on my hands. I'm sure she'll be happy to actually know who he is and will stop making jokes like that about him.
I see.
Oh, I'm sorry, I've run out of time to be on my phone right now. I'll talk some more with you later. I have to grab my jacket and go find Maxine so that we can head out and start this wedding. If you're told anything else like you were told earlier by Maxine, just brush it off and don't worry about it.
All right, I guess. I have one more thing to say before you go. Kevin, am I an embarrassment to you in any way?
What? What the heck are you going on about now?
I just want an answer to that question. Does having me as your little sister embarrass you any?
I get what you're asking, so I'm going to answer you with the honest truth. You really are an embarrassment.
What?
I mean, come on, you and I both have really similar looking faces, don't we? Wait, I'm sure you might not have really noticed that at all, but ever since you were born, I've been told that by everyone I've come across that's seen you and I side by side. Which is why on a day like today, if you and I are close to one another, I'm going to feel a slight bit embarrassed, you know?
So that's what you meant. I guess a lot of people have said that sort of thing about us.
So you really have been aware of what I'm talking about. Anyway, I really don't have any time left to be texting you, so I'll catch you later. If you're ever feeling a bit embarrassed like I do sometimes, go ahead and put a mask on to cover your face up.
Will do. I'll talk to you later, Kevin.
Hey! I've come to realize that even you being here at our wedding is causing you to bring a lot of attention onto yourself. Have you noticed that at all? I'm sure that they are all wondering why there is one odd low-life girl standing around at the wedding of an elite couple.
You're really going to say things like that to me when it's the middle of your own wedding?
Because you are standing out like a sore thumb. I have no other choice now but to talk to you about it. Right now there's this low-life girl standing around at the wedding of an elite pianist who is starting to cause a mess. How about you give the piano a try? Do you have any idea what do-re-mi is?
I can give it a try if you're all right with it.
How freaking hilarious. Wait, are you seriously wanting to give playing the piano a try right here and now?
Yes, I actually do want to give it a go. This will be a lot sooner than I was initially planning on going on stage, because my original plan was to play the piano for you guys when you both came out to do the bouquet toss and such. I guess I can start going on now, though.
What is going on here? What is this?
I was a bit anxious since it's been a while and I didn't warm up at all. But seeing that everyone here was really into my playing is wonderful, right? But wow, was I really anxious about being up on stage like that already?
What? Why were you able to play the piano so well like that? Because you've never played any instruments before in your life, right?
I play the piano as a bit of a hobby sometimes and have been doing so for a long time now. Ever since I was 3 years old, actually.
Wait, but that wasn't the kind of performance a hobbyist should be able to give at a wedding. What? Did you do something to the piano to make it play automatically for you?
You think that I tampered with the piano? How exactly would someone like me be able to do that?
Because there's no way someone like you should be able to play the piano that well. And it didn't sound like you had the music playing through a speaker either. Did you bring some kind of a machine with you that you stuck inside the piano to help you play like that? You had to have, right?
There's no way I'd tamper with such an expensive grand piano like that one, even if I was a bit nervous about performing and wanted some help.
Then why were you so good? Why the heck can a small fry like yourself play the piano like that so freaking well?
And like I said before, I have been playing the piano as a hobby ever since I was 3 years old. For about 7 years, I was going to practice for it, but now I'm usually just playing it on and off as a hobby.
As a hobby? You have to be playing it more than one would as a hobby, right?
All right, I'll admit, I might play it a bit more than most would as a hobby. But due to my work being so busy lately, I've only been able to get in around 6 hours of playing a day. I'm sure that's not a lot to a pro like you, so I really hope that I don't start losing my edge as time goes on. But considering it's around 30 hours a week on the piano, I think that should still be enough to keep the skill level I'm at now.
Huh? You play for 6 hours in one day? Every day of the week?
And during the weekend as well, of course. I play about 6 hours a day during the week, and on the weekends I'll do between 6 and 12 hours on the piano.
You have to be joking around right now. Are you actually telling me the truth?
I'm being honest with you, that I'm only able to put in enough time right now to consider it a hobby of mine. I think I'm nothing compared to those that play the piano seriously. Like you, for instance. I mean, you actually went to school to study the piano after high school, right? And as of right now, your job is playing the piano? That's why I think there's no comparing myself with someone of your skill level, Maxine.
That's absolutely right, April. You are nothing at all compared to the levels that I can perform at. You didn't even go anywhere after you left high school. So consider me a god compared to the performance you just put on.
I would really love to hear a song from you right now, Maxine.
What?
You are always talking about your work and how much time you've put into becoming a pro. So I'd really love to listen and enjoy what kind of piece you'll play. Considering that today is your wedding of all things, do you mind playing something for all your guests to listen to today?
Wait, but I'm the bride right now, and having to play for my own wedding is a bit out of place, isn't it?
Is that how you see it? Well, that's too bad. I was thinking that since you'd be playing for an amateur like myself, you'd really be able to move all your guests today by playing just a little bit for them.
Ha! There's no reason for me to get them any more worked up over me than they already are, right?
I'm sure that's the case. Sorry for suggesting that.
Hey, where the heck did you run off to?
Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. I was really blushing in there after all your guests were clapping for me, so I went outside to take a break and get some fresh air. I'll be right back in a second. Did you need me for something?
What were you talking about earlier when you asked me if I was embarrassed by you? The way you just got up on stage like that and got everyone here going. Today, Dexter came to the wedding with another one of his friends after you both arrived, and he happens to be a music producer named Seth. And, well, that Seth guy heard your performance and said that he wanted to sign you up to play for him right away.
What? Like, with a contract and such?
This means that you'd be able to become a proper artist in the world of music, all right? That would be amazing for you. You're going to be signing that contract with him, right?
Wait.
Don't worry about it right now. I want you to talk with Seth when you come back inside, and after that, you can have a chance to really think all of the details over. I'm very proud to have you as my little sister, April. I'd actually like you to come back in here and play a couple more songs today. Please.
Wait. I really can't get back up there to play anymore today. I already was playing for 10 full minutes, and I'm really tired now. Don't you think it would be far better idea to have someone who's a pro play? Like the bride, perhaps. I mean, look, she did go to school and study the piano after she graduated from high school. And right now, playing the piano is her job, right?
What? She plays the piano as her job?
Huh? I heard from her before that she plays the piano as a teacher and all.
She said that to you? Well, this is the first time I'm hearing about it. I guess there is a piano back at the house that she has out.
What? This is the first time you're hearing about Maxine being a piano teacher?
I happen to be out of the house a lot for work, so whatever she's doing there while I'm away, I'm not really sure about. Maybe she has students of hers come over to play the piano with her while I'm out of town? I did hear from her that she has a part-time job.
Now that I think about it, you never told her about how I play the piano as a hobby, and I've been doing so for most of my life.
I kind of wanted it to be a surprise for her. Since you'd play for us later today, I thought that would give her a little shock, you know? But hey, you sure did shock most, if not all, the audience here today with that insane performance you put on. Thank you so much for that, April. Man, the fact that today was considered your quote-unquote debut really has me reading right now.
Kevin, you're over-exaggerating my skill by a lot.
Hey, you! Are you sure you're not mistaking anything right now?
What? When you say that I might be mistaking something right now, you mean...
The fact that you were able to perform something that everyone stood up and cheered for you over was just pure luck. All you did was play the piano well enough as an amateur that everyone loved it.
I see. And I kind of feel the same way about that. I think those applause would have been much better spent on someone like yourself, who has many more achievements in the art of playing the piano as a pro. Which is why I really love it if you got on stage and played for everyone.
Huh?
Like I was saying before, I really only play as a hobby now. I feel like after my performance, everyone here should be allowed to listen to what a true pianist can play, when they're studied the art more than me, graduated from a school unlike me, and play as their profession.
I already told you that I don't care to do something like that right now, right?
But the fact that even though you play a lot better than me and do it as your job means you should have everyone applauding for you as well instead of just me today. And considering that Dexter of all people brought this piano for us today, I just believe that someone of your talent should get up on stage and show everyone who's boss.
Who even is this Dexter guy? Isn't he that smelly and messy factory worker you brought along with you today? I don't even want to touch the piano that a disgusting man like him brought.
Would you please not say something like that?
Tell me right now, who is that Dexter guy? I have no clue who a filthy man like that even is. Ha!
Dexter happens to be a really close friend of Kevin's and the production leader for the factory I'm working at. I happen to work for a piano factory right now, actually.
Ah, is that right? Well, no matter what the factory is producing, the people that work there will always be the same.
But for this event specifically, he brought along that very special grand piano that our factory rarely produces. And the reason it was brought in the first place is because Kevin wanted me to play it for you both later today, like I was saying.
Is that so? Then you really were planning to go up there to play for everyone today? Things are starting to make a lot more sense for me now. But what does that have to do with anything, huh? By the way, the piano you call special sounds atrocious to me. Today was the first time I ever listened to such a dreadful noise coming from a cheap instrument.
What? That grand piano happens to be one of the most sought-after pianos in the world. And the reason only so few are made by our factory is because of the amount of time and effort that needs to go into making it. And considering that today is the wedding of his friend, Dexter went ahead and rented that piano from a buyer out in Germany that was okay with sending it back to the States for a week.
What?
That man happens to be a very famous pianist whom he rented the piano back from. The fact that you call the piano that a man of his caliber uses in all of his performances cheap must mean you really have some fine-tuned ears on you.
That's right. That's just one of those overpriced cheap pianos that everyone uses for the name on it, huh?
Then, that would mean that the music producer that came here today was fooled by such a cheap piano and my skills as well, right?
What? Music producer?
Yes. The man that came with Dexter a little while later happens to be a very famous music producer. And after having heard my performance earlier, he asked me to sign on with him and perform.
Are you being serious? Right now, he's at a place like this?
Yes, he seems to be close to Kevin as well.
A music producer? How unfair. Only you. This is so unfair. I'm going to play the piano now as well. I'll show everyone here, including him, what a true pianist sounds like. I have far more skill than you do to be chosen by that producer and made into an artist with.
You're really going to play now? Please get up there and play for us.
A music producer. I'm going to have my debut as well today. Finally.
Oh no. Maxine? What happened to you up there? You graduated from a really famous music school and are working as a piano teacher, right?
Huh? No, wait. The piano has to have some kind of defect somewhere inside of it.
When I was up there playing it, everything worked and sounded perfectly fine. And even if there was a problem with the piano somewhere, what you just played was...
Shut your mouth right now. I just don't feel very well today is all. Just leave what happened there be.
Are you really a piano teacher like you said you are?
Huh?
Well, I just got finished talking with Kevin a second ago, and there he told me that today was his first time ever hearing about how you're a piano teacher, and he heard that from me. And based on the performance you just gave for all of us, I'm starting to think you might be lying to us.
And so what if I was lying?
What? No, wait. It's not like I really meant anything by that there.
Well, you're right. That whole thing about me being a piano teacher was a lie. There you go. I've confessed to it for you. Will that make you happy now?
Well, no. Actually, it's not like I wanted to hear that it was a lie or anything from you. But, I could kind of see this coming. And well, right now I'm a little bit surprised by what I saw and heard. I want to know why you would tell me a lie like that.
I've always wanted to become a pianist, but I never had the talent to become one. And when I was in school for music after high school, I couldn't learn anything fast enough, and I ended up having to drop out.
What? You dropped out? In other words, that means you never even graduated from there?
I've been trying my hardest this whole time, but in the end, nothing ever worked out for me. And then, when I heard from you that you've been asked to sign a contract with a music producer today, I became jealous of you.
But the fact that you got up there and played knowing well that you weren't good enough is amazing. I have never had that kind of confidence before, and I only ever play as a hobby now.
Shut your goddamn mouth! Being praised by you is only making my anger worse. Just shut the frick up already. Stop trying to act like you're some kind of a good kid.
Then let's change the topic. Why up until now have you always been making fun of me?
What?
You ended up being talentless, and you gave up on your dreams requiring you to drop out of school. Yet you sat there all the time making fun of me, calling me a lowlife and everything, which doesn't even have anything to do with you, right?
Wait, that was all...
Also, you were telling me about how Kevin never tells anyone about me being his little sister, which was also a lie, right? And considering that now Kevin is talking about how he never wants to tell anyone about your performance ever again, means he was much more embarrassed by you today than me, right?
What the hell is this? Why is your behavior change so suddenly?
Also, you lied to me about being a piano teacher and about graduating from college. In other words, you're just an uneducated high school graduate, right? I'm sure the embarrassment from everyone finding all that out about you right now is gut-wrenching.
April, as a way of trying to embarrass me, were you actually wanting for me to get up on stage and perform in front of everyone like that?
What the heck are you talking about? You think I would have put that much thought into causing something like that to happen to you? I mean, all I am is an uneducated lowlife, so there's no way I could have thought anything up like that. So, you're going to be divorcing Maxine now, right?
Sure am. I never knew that she was putting you down so much like that behind my back that whole time. I'm really sorry. I should have known better to think that she had Tourette's and was just joking around.
Don't be sorry. I think that what happened to me was enough to allow me to throw it right back into her face when she was exposed like that in front of everyone. So I really don't care about all the things she said. And honestly, I don't think she's all too bad of a person deep down.
You really are too kind, April. Your older brother is really proud to have you as a sister, but I really am so sorry. You came out to my wedding and then played the piano for all my guests a lot sooner than was requested.
Please, don't be sorry. I was the one that asked to play at your wedding in the first place, so I kind of blame myself for saying yes to Maxine's offer to play sooner than I was supposed to. But still, thank you for letting me play.
Sure thing. Because of that, we were able to learn about the true person Maxine is behind the mask. Oh, right. When it came to that music producer, did you end up signing with him?
I sure did. But I also take my job of making pianos at the factory very importantly as well. So with the approval from both Dexter and Seth, I am now able to take some time off work every week to perform with the producer, and sometimes go out for live performances.
I see. You really do love pianos and everything about them, don't you? I'll be cheering you on from behind the scenes as you become famous, okay?
Thank you. So next time you find someone you're willing to get married to, please invite me out to your wedding to play for you guys. And until that time comes, I'll be practicing even more and making a name for myself. After the divorce from my brother took place, Maxine was forced to head back to her parents' house as she lost everything. She ended up leaving her part-time job, which was just her working at a grocery store during lunchtime, and she had to leave her piano with Kevin since he'd actually gotten that from her in the divorce. She was going to fight him over it, considering she had it all her life, but when Kevin said to her that he'd be doing everyone a service keeping that piano away from her, she shut up and walked out. Due to the shame she experienced at her very own wedding, she never did end up sitting down to play the piano again, and I doubt she ever will. I'm sure that her being at fault for everything that ended up destroying her in the end was very hard to live with for both her and Kevin, but I never actually thought it would end in a divorce. I kind of feel bad about that now, even though I'm aware it wasn't my fault, and that she set herself up for failure trying to get me to fail at playing in front of everyone then. I'm really not sure what will happen to her now that she's back at her parents' place without a husband, but who really cares when this is what she asked for by acting like a jealous child? One could say that my plan for revenge after the crap she'd given me was becoming famous with that producer and having that debuted at their wedding, but, well, let's just say I feel even with her now after having that chance to dig into her a little bit about all her lies and about her being at the same level of education as I am. A few weeks after the divorce, Kevin was able to find himself a new woman, and they have been doing very well together. I thought that having just gone through a divorce right after a wedding, he would have been taking things a bit slower. But he's always been a good-looking guy, so I'm sure it wasn't hard for him to get back out there and start dating again. It's been a few years now since all of that happened. I ended up meeting a man when I first started to record with the music producer, and it turned out he's from New York City. And after a while of dating him while still working and having my music produced, he proposed to me, and we'll be getting married in a couple of months now. We are both really busy, so hopefully we can get everything taken care of before I have more work to do, and the same goes for him and his schedule. Kevin is married to that new woman he'd met a while back, and I was able to play for them at their wedding, which I have to say was a lot more fun since I wasn't as anxious as I was when I played at his previous wedding. And as for myself, I've been living pretty well having already made one track with Seth, and starting later this year, I'll be doing my first tour for said track, as it ended up becoming really popular in places like Europe and Southeast Asia. When it comes to Maxine, I'm not sure where she's at now, and I have to say that for Kevin and I, we don't really feel as though she was part of our past at all. One could say she sure got what was coming for her back then, and I am so glad she did. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
The next coming holiday will be coming back home, which means you will be getting ready for our arrival starting now, right? That means I need you to start cleaning out my bedroom for us to sleep in, as well as buy things that people like us will need during our stay. You have a month left before we're there, so get to it.
Huh? Emmy, it's been such a long time since I last heard from you.
I am not texting with you again right now to reminisce with you about the last time we talked to one another.
So this upcoming holiday you both will be coming back to town? Okay.
That's right, because we've been wanting to come back home to my parents' house for a bit in order to relax. Anyhow, since the two of us elites will be coming all the way back there to be with you, make sure that everything there is ready for me. And I mean ready for me in a way that would match my position. I want the inside of the house to be sparkling clean for me, and for you to have all the cooking be up to par with what I eat on the regular. And I would like for my husband, Reese, to enjoy his time at my parents' house as well. He needs to know that both my parents also mean business, and that they have a lot of money themselves and are why I turned out so amazing. So make sure you don't do anything that would embarrass my parents or I, and make sure the house is spotless. Understand?
This is going to be my first time seeing the both of you again after such a long time, so I can try my best to make things look the best that I can before you guys arrive. However, you might need to help me with some of the stuff you want, since I'm not sure what all you'd like me to have ready for you here.
What the heck is that emotionless response from you? I will not allow you to make a fool of me when I come home with my husband. Remember that you never have married someone like my little brother. You would have never been allowed access to a family of such wealth. So make sure to follow everything I've asked from you to the letter.
You don't have to talk to me like that. By the way, what has Reese said about all of this? Is he really okay with you having me go through all that work to care for you guys? I remember him not really being the kind of man to care about things like you're asking me to.
I do not care about what Reese has to say regarding this. He happens to be loved by my dad, which means that in order to continue to have my dad loving him, he won't say anything bad about what I've asked. Now shut your mouth and get to work cleaning up the house and preparing all the things that you'll plan to cook for us. And if you even slack off for 1 second while we're there, I'm not sure what'll end up happening to you.
Understood.
I cannot believe this. I told you to get some of the best food together for us for lunch, didn't I? So then, why did you decide to make up something like these chicken tenders and french fries? I have no idea what any of this means to you. What about all of the things I said to you earlier? Did you not understand? That somehow led to you making us such embarrassing food for lunch. Can you not even read and understand the English language, you useless wife? I came all the way back here with my husband, and you've prepared me this crap to eat? Huh. You go and prepare something only a 5-star hotel would be able to prepare for their guest. You pile of junk.
Is that all you have left to say? If that's all, then today is the last day we'll be meeting with you. I do not allow that kind of selfish behavior in this house and will not be giving you another chance.
What's all this about now? No matter what a little runt like you tries to say to me, it's not going to scare me into respecting you, huh?
It's not Carter you're talking with, but your father. And right now your father is telling you that this whole relationship I've had with you is over now after that outburst.
What? Dad! But isn't this Carter's phone number I'm texting right now?
Carter handed her phone off to me when you first started texting her. She told me she couldn't stand what you were saying to her anymore and asked me to think of some way to deal with you instead. Thank goodness I was near her when this all started, or else she would have had to try and fend for herself again. So this is the way you've been talking to my Carter this whole time then, huh? Like a complete jackass who thinks the whole world gets to revolve around her?
It's not like I've been picking on her or anything like that, Dad. I'm not some kid anymore, and neither is she. We both happen to be adults now, although I've actually made a name for myself, and I'm making my own money. Now, what's all of this about? Why did you just say today would be my last time seeing you all? Dad, we're family, aren't we? What do you think you're talking about right now?
I'm saying that we're all cutting ties to you.
Dad, are you trying to play around with me? Because if you are, it's not very funny anymore. Or could you just be a little drunk right now is all?
I knew things were like this with you. Even as your own father is telling you the outcome of your bad behavior, you're trying to pass it all off as a joke and not take responsibility for your actions.
Wait. Why are you taking her side in all of this, Dad?
Do you really have zero clue as to what your sister-in-law had to go through in order to make that dish for you? What she made for you was something that this whole family used to eat a lot in the past, when we weren't as affluent as we are now. You understand that, right? She knew that you'd be coming back home after being away from us for so long and thought that she'd make a dish from our past so that we could all sit back and bond over it again. Yet you, of all people...
Something like chicken tenders and fries is such poor garbage that I just couldn't be asked.
I understand just the kind of person you are now. Don't you ever talk to any one of us again, and that means Carter especially.
Huh? You really are trying to mess around with me now, aren't you, Dad? Well, screw you too.
Carter, I'm so sorry about what happened today.
What happened is nothing you should be apologizing to me for, Hank.
But that thing happens to be my daughter, which means I have to take responsibility for the way it acts. And for that, I'm so very sorry.
I like to believe that both you and your wife did what you could to raise her the right way. Just take a look at someone like Eden, for example. He turned out the perfect young man, all because of you and your wife's parenting.
You're right. Someone like Eden did turn out the way we wanted him to, but when it comes to my daughter, Emmy, I never expected her to change so drastically from when we had little money to where we're at now. When my company ended up turning up some major profit and we were able to stop worrying as much about money, she really did a 180. She's even begun to cause problems for my company and me in the workplace. My head really hurts now because of her. And no matter how many times I try and discipline her, she never ever listens.
I've heard about some of this stuff from Eden himself. At some point, Emmy started to only care about things like money and her image to the rest of the world. You, your wife, and your son were all okay with the person I am when I first came into your family. You never had any bias towards me. However, when it comes to Emmy...
As of right now, Eden isn't around, so in his absence, I will do everything in my power to make sure that you're okay and protected. If that brat does anything else to you, you come to me and let me know of it right away. Both my wife and I will do what we can to get rid of her. And that's because we are your family now and your ally.
Thank you so much for saying that to me. Knowing that you both have my back makes me feel a lot stronger.
Carter!
What is it?
So today it's not my dad talking to me using your phone, right?
Yesterday, I didn't have it in me to respond to you anymore. Anyway, didn't your father tell you not to talk to any of us anymore? Especially me, after what happened?
I don't care about what he said to me. I don't care at all about that. The fact that you started to even show my dad all those messages I sent was very unfair of you. And that's the only reason he ever got involved in all of this.
Unfair of me? So you wanted me to just sit there and take that crap from you yesterday?
A friend like you is nothing more than a servant to me. That means no matter what you're told, you do not fight back at me.
I married your little brother and became a part of this family, Emmy. What makes you think you can say such heartless things about your sister-in-law?
I have never once thought of you being as part of my family, ever since you married Eden. So would you stop bringing up such gut-wrenching things like a runt being a part of my family? It's absolutely disgusting.
Would you stop acting like an overgrown child, please? What did I ever do to you that's made you treat me like this? I heard from your parents that you all used to eat chicken tenders and french fries a lot when you were all younger, and that it was like a classic to you all. So I thought that by making it for your husband and you when you came back, it would bring back fond memories from the past. Also, chicken tenders happen to be one of Eden's favorite foods. Yet, for some reason, you think you have the right to say such terrible things about me now?
The fact that you cooked up some chicken tenders and fries for us to eat shows me just how much of a lowlife you really are. And what was that? One of Eden's favorite foods is chicken tenders? So that's why he was able to marry a runt like you.
So now you're going to make fun of your little brother? If you're no longer going to think of me as part of your family, then I'm going to do the same regarding you.
That would be the best outcome for all of us. I'm giving you one last chance to apologize to me, Carter. Do you really plan to continue what you're doing?
I don't care what you think anymore. And that's because I no longer think of you as part of my family.
Do you really think that you're in the position to be talking to me like that? You are far too saucy.
Wasn't it you, though, that told me I've never been like family to you first?
It doesn't matter that I don't view you as part of my family, but when you sit there acting all cruel towards me, that is something I will not forgive. You don't even have the right to say things like that to me.
You sure love to talk a lot of nonsense, don't you? But I'll have you know that it's not only me who doesn't view you as part of the family anymore.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Both your mom and dad have said to me that they no longer want to have any ties with you. And they said that they told you that as well. So did you already forget that or something?
Come on, that's just my dad joking around with me. However, when they hear what you said to me, they might seriously cut ties to you. Because unlike what they'll do to you, they've never ever kicked someone like me out of their family if they know what's good for them. I'm the one that graduated from a very esteemed university, and then went on to start my own business that's doing well. I'm an elite, as most would say. There's no merit in cutting ties to someone as amazing as me.
Well, I don't think your dad cares if there's merit to it or not now.
What are you saying? What does an outsider like you even know about my family, huh? My dad is a businessman himself, and that means he's always thinking about the merits to any choice he makes. Now how about you go ahead and use your head a little there, sunshine?
To him, there are plenty of merits that he can see coming after you're gone.
Stop it with all of your lying, all right?
I'm not lying to you right now. I already heard from your dad everything I needed to know about his relation to you and what you've been doing. He's told me about how you use his name as a tool for helping you get around out in the business world. But because of that, he has had to be asked so many times now what is wrong with his daughter and why he allows you to do such things.
I am his daughter. That means I'm the one that gets to choose how I use his name or not.
And you have been abusing his name for far too long now. Anytime you go out there and cause issues, he's the one that has to take responsibility for them. You don't even know what the hell he's already had to go through because of your aimless actions. And that's why, once we've all cut ties to you, you won't be able to carry on with that bullcrap anymore. Your dad is tired of your nonsense and is going to end it all right here and now.
All of that is just your lies to try and get me to tuck my tail between my legs, right?
Not at all, because I've already been talking with your dad about you, and he's working on getting rid of you right now. And in the next couple of days, you will be hearing from his lawyer, I'm sure.
From his lawyer? I cannot believe this. He's really going to throw me out? So now you've gone and brainwashed my entire family in order to get me out of there? All of this is your doing.
I haven't even done anything yet. All of this is because you went and did the most stupid stuff an adult could do.
I'm going to make you regret ever coming into my family and talking to me like that. Dad, all of that crap about you wanting to cut ties with me is a lie, right? I just heard about this from that low-life runt bitch. Just get rid of that useless whore already, Dad.
None of what you heard from her was a joke. Like I told you before, you are never going to be seeing any of us ever again. And that means you don't ever contact your mother, you don't ever contact your brother, you don't ever contact Carter, and you don't ever contact me.
I get to decide who I want to contact whenever I want to, Dad.
Is that the reason why you've been messing around with all my colleagues, then? Because of you always using my name as a way to get what you want, I've had to answer for your reckless actions. I hear that you used my name as a way to bail yourself out of trouble as well, acting as though I was the one asking you to do all those things.
I haven't been doing anything crazy, though. I've just been using your name so that I can get contracts of my own from people, and that's all.
And because of all that crap, you've gone and ruined pretty much every relation I've spent years making with all my contacts and colleagues.
Ugh, jeez. You are so freaking annoying, Dad. Then how about you strengthen those relationships you have with those people so that they aren't so easily broken by me? Then you won't have to worry about losing any more people because of me. And that would bring me some merit as well.
You cut that BS out right now. I don't give a damn about what merit you receive or whatever the hell. People are not your tools to use.
What's going on with you? As a businesswoman myself, we should be putting merit before anything else. So that's how you run a successful company. You've been doing that all your life, right?
Sure, I'm a businessman, but I've told you over and over again I did not get this company to where it is now by backstabbing all the people I've worked with and tearing everyone else down. In this world, idiots that are not able to keep the bridges they formed with their clients and their colleagues up are those that are meant to fail.
You really love to preach, but it's freaking annoying.
Someone like yourself that's used both your company and the people around it to get money will no longer be a colleague of mine, even if you're my daughter. The reason we asked that Carter go ahead and make those chicken tenders and fries for all of us to eat was because it had meaning behind it. It showed us all not to take what we have now for granted, because at any moment, everything you have can go away, and you'll be right back at the bottom again, eating only that for your meals. It also held memories that we all shared of the family we built as we went from being a poor family to a wealthy one. Yet now you've gone and ruined all of it by saying that it was not enough for you and that you can only live off fancy meals in a clean household. And now not only myself, but your mother, your brother, and Carter all feel terrible because of what you said. As someone that cannot understand nor respect their family, you are no longer a part of us. That is why I've made my choice for what to do with you. I've told everyone around me to cut ties with you so that we no longer have to be used and abused. And that includes all of the customers and clients of yours that you've been messing with behind my back.
Huh? What the hell do you think you're doing? All of those are my very important customers. If all of them end their contracts with me, my company will... Are you saying you don't care about what happens to me anymore?
I told you from the very beginning when you were starting your very own company that it would be an uphill battle, and that if you really wanted to form a reliable business where you didn't have to worry about your income anymore, you had to form bonds with your own customers and keep those relations strong. But instead, you've been using my name to take people into falsely made contracts, which later led to me receiving the bad reputation. If you think you can get away with doing that to your own father of all people, then you go ahead and fight on your own now.
Dad, if you throw me out of your family right here and right now, you're going to regret it.
Like hell I will. The only asshole that's going to be regretting everything they've done will be you after I've had everyone cut ties to you. You're going to learn to hate your existence after never once heeding any of my warnings about this.
What the hell? Blaming me for absolutely nothing? This is all that bitch's fault. Her. I'm not going to let her get away with all of this.
How many goddamn times do I have to tell you to leave that poor woman the hell alone? Emmy, damn it!
No matter what it is, all of this is your fault. My mom and dad throwing me out of their family, all of my customers ending their contracts with me. Had you never came into the family like some diseased rat, none of this would have been happening to me.
No, I don't think that's true. I think all of this was going to happen to you eventually based on all you've done.
Speaking like you're my dad himself. Are you trying to make fun of me right now?
Who the hell are you talking about? You're the one that's been making fun of all of us. I've had enough of you always talking down to me about everything. All you are to me now is some stranger that I don't even need to play nice with anymore. Because that's all you've ever thought of me this whole time. And what about your little brother? Does me being a stranger also make him a stranger too? Are you saying that this whole time Eden hasn't been like family to you?
Why the hell are you bringing up my brother's name right now?
So you don't even remember a damn thing. That day you came home to be around the three of us was your little brother's Memorial Day.
What? Is that right?
Don't you freaking dare tell me you only now just remembered that. But you know what? I'm sure that's the case because to a freaking pile of crap like you, all you care about is yourself and not a single person else. I thought when you said you were coming back home after all these years, you were coming home to be around your little brother. You, the sister that can never even come to his funeral last year after he passed away suddenly, was no longer here. So of course you didn't even know it was your brother's memorial when you came back here. That's the whole reason I served everyone one of his favorite dishes, that being chicken tenders and french fries. Yet you went and told me off for doing such a thing and criticized his favorite food.
Hey, stop trying to make me seem like some useless human being. I just forgot that it was his memorial is all. This is the reason why I hate runs like you. Always whining about the past and always running their mouth in such a rude manner. I can see now that my mom, my dad, and everyone else in this family are not good enough for me. In the end, all of you are some real low-life runs. I guess the only family that's fit for me is my husband, Reese. As long as I have Reese with me, we can fix my company, and there won't be any issues at all.
Have you still not heard anything about him?
Huh? If you think you're going to get me to react to some kind of fake news about him, it's not going to work.
That wasn't going to be my plan. It's just, I thought that he would have already talked with you about it.
What the hell are you talking about? Hurry up and freaking tell me.
Reese told me that he's going to leave you now.
What a freaking lie.
Seems that he lost his love for you watching you as you went around doing whatever you wanted with your company without any care in the world. And after what you said and did to your own family this time, he said to us that he'd use this as his chance to get away. He said to both your parents and me that if she was treating her own family like you've been, that someday he might be next.
What? What did you say? I can't even believe that. Are you really saying that my husband is going to throw myself and my company away? Does he really think he can go out and find a job for himself now?
You don't have to worry about him finding another job or not.
What?
Reese happens to be completely different from you, Emmy, and is seen as someone a lot of people can respect. Your dad even realizes that, and said that he'd be hiring him into his company now once he's left yours. It also sounded like Reese has some ideas for a company of his own that he'd like to start, so your dad will be supporting him with that financially from here on out.
What the hell are you? I've already lost all of my customers, and all of my family is cutting ties to me for good, and now my husband is going to throw me aside like the rest of you?
The one that threw all of their family away first was you, Emmy.
This was supposed to be the time where I began to expand my company even further. If all of these things really happen to me, then I'm going to be forced to live on my own? Hey, please, Carter, go and talk with my dad right now and get him to stop thinking about cutting me out of the family. Or can you at least ask him to get me some more customers?
You already know something like that is going to be impossible for us to do now.
No way it is.
You told me before that it had not been for me marrying to your brother, I would have stayed a low-life runt for the rest of my life, right? I don't doubt that at all. But the same thing applies to you, Emmy. Had you never had a dad like yours, you would have never been able to do anything because you are so useless.
What?
And now that's all I have left really to say. So from now on, please listen to what everyone has said and stop talking to me.
Oh, wait a second. Please, talk to my dad, at least for me. Carter? Carter!
Carter, Emmy really did a lot of terrible things this time.
I've told you plenty of times before that no matter what she's done to me, it is not your fault. My sister-in-law, Emmy and I are no longer a family, which means you really don't have to worry about things anymore. I sure don't care anymore, and this time I'm telling you, she won't be able to bother me anymore. Now as for you helping to defend me throughout all of this, thank you so much.
Both my wife and I promised you after our son passed away that we'd still be here to protect you and make you feel at home. And the same applies for the rest of our time on this earth.
Thank you, Hank.
I had a word with my wife about some things last night. Would you mind if perhaps my wife and I were to adopt you?
What? You're asking me if I'd like to become your child?
I'm not going to say that the idea of such a thing is impossible. After all, ever since our little boy went to heaven, my wife and I have been having you live with us, and you've been taking such great care of our needs. So we like to think that you're more than just our daughter-in-law, but our true daughter. So we thought if you were willing to do so, we'd love to legally adopt you and make you ours. Please let me know if I'm troubling you by saying this.
What you've said makes me so happy. I myself have seen both your and your wife as my real family. So if you really have me as your daughter, then I look forward to being a true member of this family, Dad. After having been abandoned by her own husband, Emmy was left by herself to try and carry the weight of her company. She made attempts to still use her dad's name in order to get new customers, but a lot of them already heard about what she'd done from Hank, and they didn't even give her a chance. But that did not stop her from fighting on, as she would reach further and further out, trying to find customers that she could work with. And although she tried to keep things going, the company was performing worse and worse. And soon, she had to start cutting some of her employees' pay, as well as asking them to stay home from work as not to take any more of her money. But her frustration began to increase. She'd start taking it all out on her employees through workplace harassment, which would leave her in masses until there was nobody left working for her. And by the time she had realized that there was no hope at all for her company, the Bakes contacted her and she was forced to file for bankruptcy. Those employees of hers that she mistreated before her company collapsed would come to bite her in the butt soon after, asking for settlements because of what she'd done. and they all made it very clear to her that if she didn't settle with them there, they'd take her to court and make things even worse for her. I heard that in order to settle with all of her ex-employees that she'd harass, she had to borrow some major money, which she now had to start paying off every month. And after all that has taken place, Emmy made an attempt to go out and start looking for work as a simple office worker. But due to her past of always talking down to everyone and using her dad's name, no company in the area would hire her. This soon led to her losing her place that she'd been living at. And with no house and no money left to her name, Emmy packed what she could carry on her and left town to find work somewhere else far from here. The last thing I heard about her is that she ended up in a much larger city down south and has been working as a prostitute there, trying to make whatever she can to afford that city's much higher living cost. As for what's happened with me, in light of now being a true part of my late husband's family, I am now studying up on the company Hank runs and helping him little by little with it. Things have been going really well with the family after that mess, and always being busy with everything has become really fun for me. It seems that to Hank, teaching me about his company and how to manage it is really enjoyable for him, and at times he's even telling me that I could be the next CEO of his company if I really wanted to. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.